Hi, welcome, Grandma Roseanne, and we're going to be making some cream cheese cookies today. I don't know if you've ever had them, but they're a very light, very delicate cookie, and if you like shortbread, I think you would like this type of cookie. If you like that big, heavy, chocolate chip, oatmeal cookie, this is not going to satisfy you. But when you want the lighter cookie, this one is outrageous. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients first. I have 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to mix those up, make sure they're just well blended in there. And that's it for our dry ingredients. Into our mixer, we're going to start with room temperature ingredients. Now, I will tell you, for me, that is the hardest thing in the world, because when I decide I want to make something, I want to make it right now, and I don't ever have things at room temperature. So I'm quite proud of myself that I figured it out this morning what we were going to do, and I've got everything at room temperature. So what I have now is 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup, 1 cup of sugar, 4 ounces of cream cheese, and it's not going to affect the flavor if your things are not at room temperature. It's just going to take longer in the beating process. That's all it's really going to do. So here we have 4 ounces and 1 egg at room temperature. Alrighty. And we're just going to beat that until it's just well incorporated. This is such a simple recipe, you guys, and it is really delicious. Now you want to beat this until it becomes pale and fluffy. And then we're just going to add this, and we're almost done. As always, we're going to scrape down sides. Give it a few more seconds, and then we were going to add the flour. And I like to add the flour just a little bit at a time. I just think it blends in a little bit easier when you do it that way. Give it a last scrape. Make sure all that flour and butter and everything is off of the bottom of the mixer. I think cookies is the all-time favorite. I know it is in my house. My grandkids go crazy for cookies, but so does cameraman. He loves cookies. I don't know if it's something that comes from our childhood, that it was such an amazing treat when we were young. I don't know if it comes from that, but whatever it is, it does not seem to have any age group attached to it. Everybody seems to love them. And I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing left on the bottom there. So the last little bits there. Now we're going to put this into a bowl. It's a very sticky dough, so if your dough is real sticky, don't think you did something wrong. You did everything exactly right. Come on. I want to get all these little bits and pieces that are down in the bowl. I know it doesn't look like very much when it's in there, but come on, you guys, that's another cookie right there. Look at that. That's a lot in there. I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap, and then we're going to refrigerate it for 1 hour. And then we will come back, roll it out, and bake. Okay, our dough has refrigerated for an hour, and the reason we do that is because it's so sticky, you just can't work with it when you first mix it. So it's now very usable. I'm going to use a little scoop here because I want them to be fairly uniform. And this scoop is about 1 tablespoon. Then you're just going to roll it. So this that I'm doing would be about the size of a walnut. You only need to separate them about 1 inch because they really don't spread out that much. If you want a larger cookie, you're good to go up to a 2 tablespoons, and that would be perfectly fine. Now, I'm also going to do these a little bit differently. So some of these I'm going to do plain like that. Some of them I'm going to roll in cinnamon sugar. I have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, but whatever the ratio for you and your family that you enjoy, that's the right ratio. My family just seems to like them pretty heavy on the cinnamon side. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these out, so just give me a minute and I'll be right back. All right, I've got these just 50-50 here, so everybody gets exactly what they like. I'm going to put them into a 375 onion. No. I'm going to put them into a 375 oven, and they're going to be there for 10 minutes. We are done. These have cooked for, it's supposed to be 10 minutes. They went for 12 actually. But I have the 2 varieties, the one that are plain, the one that are cinnamon. I'm going to taste the cinnamon ones because I love cinnamon sugar. Yum.
You're good.
That's really good. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a nice, light cookie, easy to make, fast, and I think really delicious. So ingredients will be below. Subscribe, please, so you can come back again and hit that little button, the bell button, so you'll know when we're recording, because we record every day. So thank you. Goodbye. Enjoy.